Well, hello, gorgeous people. Yeah, I haven't been on for about a month. Anyone that subscribes and um, connects with my channel will maybe realize that. If you're new, hello, I'm Suze Crystal Wolf or Raven Crystal Wolf, um, otherwise known as Suzanne. Um, yeah, I thought I'd just do a little catch up. Um, you'll have to excuse me, but breathing's a bit funny. Um, I haven't been on because I have some weird nerve pain or um, I don't know, trapped nerves. I don't know what's going on, and doctors don't seem to know at the minute. I got blood tests today, which I'm not looking forward to because I don't like blood taken. Well, my body doesn't like to release it. But it's been sending like horrendous shooting pains down my arm. They're so bad. It's stopped me doing quite a lot. I didn't really feel like coming on and doing any videos. I've had to come off some of my Zoom things that I do with my rune work because I couldn't just sit here. I've ordered myself a new chair, a heated massage chair. Hopefully that will help. I can sit here and it's going to be more comfortable and more comfortable when I'm crafting and things. I have done some of me craft work because I'm making mum a couple of things for Christmas. But I thought I'd come on. I don't want to go on about me arm. Um, just to talk about Christmas, really, sort of this time of year, and I did discuss this with my rune teacher Maggie. Well, we were having a discussion about the Northeast rune, and you know, this time of year, um, in the northern hemisphere, if you look at it, it's slow. Everything dies off in nature. Everything slows down. You know, nothing is really going on. Um, it gets colder. It's just so weird that us humans somehow lost our way. And I get why we celebrate Christmas. um I'm not religious in any way, but it's just the wrong time of year because it throws us all in some weird energy because we should be slowing down and we're not. Most of us are doing our everyday things, whatever they are, our jobs, or looking after our children, whatever it is that is our normal everyday stuff. And then we've got all this added pressure and extra. We might be preparing to have people come and stay and all of that. And actually, this time of year is not for all that busyness. It's not, so no wonder a lot of us, get so stressed out at Christmas, so anxious. I mean, not just the money aspect of, especially with what's going on in the world and like, UK with electric bills and gas bills and all of that stuff. So you've got added extra now as well with all, prices of stuff. Food prices gone up. Everything's just mounting pressure on everyone. And it's the wrong time of year anyway for all that. Summer is, the time where it's busy, and that energy's there. So we're going against the natural rhythm and cycles of nature. We're fighting it. It's like going up the river, against the tide. pushing away, it's wrong. So what can we do about it? Well, we need to make sure we find times in the day where we can just go and hide. Um, whether it's locking yourself in the bathroom, maybe having a long bath, or just you need to find time to find that quiet space, and just really grab into that. I mean, not everyone obviously celebrates Christmas. A lot of people don't agree with, all the consumerism and that sort of thing. Obviously, a lot of people are very religious, so they probably don't like all the consumerism either, because it's taking it away from what Christmas is actually meant to be about. Um, so it's difficult, but even if you don't go into all that busyness and everything, it's still there, because so many other people are doing it. So even if you're not buying tons of Christmas food and things like that, but you want to go to the supermarket just to get your normal everyday bits and bobs, you're going to be surrounded by tons and tons of extra people, and people are so agitated at this time of year, and it makes perfect sense, because it's just there is like an aggression there with it, because I mean, look at the people that fight over a toy because their child's asked for it, and it's sold out, and people just get very wrapped up in this energy. But it's not really surprising, because like I say, we're going against our natural rhythms, we're going against nature, because we're just doing busy, 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 extra busy. And it's not even just like, you might be like, for my husband, he's extra busy at work because where he works, it's connected to food, and so it's way, way busier this time of year. So and he's I can see with him, his energy is different. He's had like a weird cold for weeks. It's not like a COVID or anything like that. It's not even really like even a proper cold. I mean, no one else in the house has caught it or anything. It's just run down. It's like, I think we've run ourselves into the ground. And people expect more. And you've got, like, if you've got children, then you've got nativity plays to go to. You've got things like that. You might have little parties to take them to, and then you might be having parties, or you've got work dues. It's just, do when I was, before I even did any spiritual work knowingly and stuff, I've always hated like Christmas parties. I'm not a party person anyway, particularly, but especially Christmas parties. When I was sort of a lot younger, lot younger, I used to go clubbing a lot, and I was much, much thinner and much healthier. And I would dance all night and love it, and all of that, and love the music and stuff. But as soon as it came to like the Christmas Eve party and the New Year's Eve party, no one understood, because I would no, I'm not going, and they'd be like, but it's going to be great, and you're going to love it, and it's going to be, no, I couldn't bear it. So, and I never went to anything. I've never really celebrated New Year's Eve. I didn't know back then that I was going to see the time of year differently. Although I'm having a struggle, because I've followed Samhain for years as my start of the year, and I'm even struggling with that now. I'm feeling it's it's like the end, and obviously a lot of witches celebrate it as the beginning of the year, and in a way it is, because an ending and a beginning are just together. But you know, February, that's to me the start of the year. That's like, you know, when the snowdrops come up in the northern hemisphere and hemisphere and all of that is like it. I don't know. So it's like this station bit between, you know, Samhain and um I suppose in bulk, sort of, you know, that but that time, that space, it's like a liminal space, which I know I've discussed in the past on here, but because I love liminal spaces. It is a liminal space, and it is a space to just nurture and let yourself come back. But you know, after Christmas, then it's like, oh my God, then the January sale rubbish. I don't know how that's going to go this year with everyone not being able to afford stuff. Then there might be a bit rubbish. So I'm going off track now. My mind's wandering. My arm's starting to hurt, so I'm like trying to keep hold of that and try and carry on what I was saying. I have spent the last sort of, I've been in pain, so I've had to slow down. I've had to just sometimes just try and find a position that I could get in that the pain would stop. I can't take any medication. I'm hypersensitive to medication, and the medication that they've offered me is horrendous, addictive, um, huge side effect stuff. I can't take it. I mean, I can't take the pain, but I can't take those things either. So I'm booked in for an acupuncturist, but I couldn't get into the new year because she's booked up. So you know, I think it's just too busy. It's just so you got to find moments, and if they're like 5 minutes here and 10 minutes there, and you know, the longer the better. And I think it is, yes, doing stuff for yourself that you enjoy, but you know, which I would normally say, like, you know, the self-care stuff. So you might want to just put on some music and sit, and you know, you might want to put some music on and dance around. You know, you might want a nice bath with all candles and stuff, and that's all great, and that's definitely should be looked at and done. But what I'm talking about is silence. So no music on, you know, nothing in the background, just pure silence. Just sit in that energy. And you know, that Isa energy, we're just coming out of Isa today, we're going into Yera for the half month runes. And Yera's obviously the only rune that's got the two, and it's like for year, and it's that, you know, it's ever moving, ever changing. So when we are in that silence and stillness, and you know, the buds are not out yet, they're just dormant and waiting, you know, to come up, all that sort of thing, is that energy of that stillness. It's the still point between Yera, you know, the turning of Yera is still sort of like Isa in the middle of Yera. That's how I see it, just that piece in there. um but that silence, that silence, not just not hearing anything, it's a silence, a stillness combined, weave together, that is so pure that you get lost in it, and you don't know where you've been, and you don't know what's happened. You know, like it's that, like, oh, where did I just go? Where have I been? It's that place. And we can only find that place in the stillness, in the silence. We can't even, we probably can feel it if we had a nice relaxing bath, and we might just suddenly, just think, oh, where did I go to, because we've relaxed. So anything that is truly relaxing, I'm not saying don't do the dancing, or don't, sit and draw, or whatever it is you do. I mean, I'm doing so much slow stitching, so much stitching work. I just find it completely meditative. I just love it. It's just, my favorite stuff to do. So yeah, um just make sure you give yourself that contemplative stillness. Slow it down to a nothing, to, it's in the void of Gununga Gap, just sitting in Gununga Gap cave space, that place that holds you and just lets you be, and you're just not doing at all, you're just being in that space and time and place. And so I'm sorry I haven't been on, and I I haven't read. I've done a lot of healing. I've been using a lot of solfeggio for nerve damage and stuff like that. I've been doing a lot of that, and um, I have sort of been sitting in the silence, but I've also been sitting with the solfeggio music that I sort of normally find on YouTube, um, and I've just, So I haven't done a lot of really physical spiritual work, in the sense of, I haven't even done my altar for a couple of weeks. I left one altar sitting up for like 2 weeks, and I changed it this week, but I normally post it. I have taken photographs, but I haven't posted it online, because holding my phone, even things like that, it's just been too uncomfortable. So I just haven't really done anything like that. So I'm thinking that I possibly won't be posting much till January, and then I'm gonna start look. So the other thing that I've been doing, which is obviously the time of year to do it, is like preparing. So I've been preparing mostly in my mind, but I've been preparing, right, I've got these books that I want to read in 2023. I've got projects for 2023. I'm thinking of doing another YouTube channel, which I won't discuss now, but I will in 2023. So yeah, but I've got some stuff in the pipeline, as they say. I've got some stuff brewing, I'm just letting them germinate. I'm letting these little seeds. I don't even know if I've planted them yet. I think I've got the packet of seeds, and I know I've got a little tray to put them in, and I know what soil they want to go in, and I know that they'll need watering. And so I'm at that stage of just like that preparing. So I've sat in that stillness and in the silence, and I've got my little ideas, and I'm looking for, well, to be honest, I'm really seriously looking to saying goodbye to 2022. I I've had the worst year, emotionally, physically. It's just been an absolute horrendous year. Like I say, I didn't really have too much a problem of 2020. 21 was okay-ish. You know, I mean, obviously we had all the fallout from 2020 and stuff like that. Um, but 23, oh my God, horrendous year. Um, yeah, I wouldn't want to do it again. I know that. Um, but you have to like, I mean, I can't change anything that happened. I wasn't in control of anything that happened. So it's like, well, you can't hold on to it, because that is gonna, make you unwell, and you have to let it all go. So um and not go, oh my God, I hope 24 is not going to be like 23. You can't do that. You just gotta let it go, and you gotta look forward and go, well, I've got all these things, and some of the seeds might not germinate, some of the seeds I might not even plant, or I might not plant till later on. So but they're there. They've bubbled up to the surface, and I'm quite excited. I'm gonna have a sip of my tea because I don't want it to go cold. Lovely jasmine green tea. Oh God, I don't know what I'd do without my jasmine green tea. Do you know, that was so funny? Because obviously I understand that 2020 was awful for some people. Some people lost their lives, people lost family members, and I know a couple of people that died myself, but wasn't close to me, but close to people that I know. So this might sound a really pathetic, or a bit of a frivolous thing to say. But do you know what panicked me? I wasn't panicked about getting COVID, but then I didn't go out, so I wasn't really going to get it unless my husband brought it home because he was still working. But the thing that worried me, everyone was panicking about toilet rolls. I was panicked about jasmine green tea. I was like, oh my God, if I don't get my tea. And I remember at one point, hubby had bought like so many packets, the cupboard was full just in case, because, that's food, no, toilet roll, no, green tea was my panic. But I'm not dissing that it's horrendous, and the poor nurses and doctors and everything like that. But just on a lighter note, yeah, I was a bit panicked about my tea, but I didn't run out at all, so so that was good. But 2020 was sort of nice for me because I went on the awakening course with Maggie Rose Cunningham, and learnt the runes, and it was quite an exciting time for me. I'd started the year in January with Richard Rudd, and I was doing the Gene Keys first virtual retreat. So that started my year. So that was really great. I was so excited about that. And then of course that all hit. But that just proves, though, doesn't it, that we should be sort of doing our best to enjoy any moments that we have and see them as special and lovely. And even if we are panicked about bills, and even if we are struggling with like the energy of Christmas and this time of year, and it's too busy, pardon me, it's too busy and things like that, you've got to hold. I mean, I literally, I must admit, I've been panicking because obviously when I'm sewing and stuff, I've got the piece in this hand, and then it just flares up. I mean, it is now. And so I'm like, oh my God, if something's happening to my arm, just, am I not going to be able to sew? And that would really freak me out. Or, well, it wouldn't just be sewing, it'd be all my crafting and stuff. That's quite scary because that is what I do. That's what I enjoy. That's what gives me peace. That's really just massive. So if that was taken away because I couldn't use my arm properly, I mean, we can adapt, can't we? Human beings can adapt, but it would be difficult. And I know there's people who paint, who have no arms, and stuff like that, but we can adapt. But what I'm trying to really say, I've gone off track again as normal, is just the moments that are good, the moments that are, they don't have to be dramatic and big and fabulously sparkly, but the little moments, the little thing, like even just enjoying my jasmine tea, really enjoy it, because there may be a time that suddenly there's no jasmine green tea, or that you have to embrace all the goodness, all the little pieces, and the spectacular, wonderful things that you might do, you might love. It might be a holiday, it might whatever it is that everyone's got their own things that they love. But yeah, you have to really embrace those moments, and the bad moments, well, they're part of it all. You just have to embrace them as well, just as long as you don't hold on to them and hold on to the story of them and the grief of them and the pain of them, and because you can't, it's not sustainable to live like that. You have to let stuff go. So I don't know what the hell I'm talking about now. I've waffled off. And I think I'm going to go. It's 26 minutes. So I don't know if I'm going to be doing another video. I may come on and do like a, happy holidays, happy Christmas if you celebrate Christmas. I mean, we celebrate Christmas, although as a witch, I don't celebrate Christmas, but as a family with, well, just my mum and dad, more my mum, me and my mum are like 5-year-olds, and we still like presents, and we end up buying each other loads of presents, and me and mum have bags of presents to open Christmas Day. And my husband and my dad just look at us because we are like 5-year-olds, and we get so excited. It's ridiculous. No children in the family. Me and mum are the children. And then our dog, my mum's dog, Ruby, she loves her toys. She's quite funny. She really loves her toys. And she has a big bag of toys every Christmas. She knows, like, I've got bags, I've wrapped everything. How I've wrapped it, I've no idea because of my arm, but I wrapped. And the bags are all in the hall that I've wrapped. So there's a bag for my hubby, bag for my dad, 2 bags for my mum. And I've done a bag for Ruby, and she's got 14 presents. Ridiculous. And she just knows this time of year. She knows she's gone in all the bags like she did every year. And she knows her bag's not out, and her bag is locked in my room in the library, in my little library. And she keeps going in my bedroom, and she knows they're in there, but she can't see anything because they're locked away in like it was a cupboard, it's the library now, so they're in there. So but she unwraps them almost like a human. It's ridiculous, it's so funny. So we do celebrate Christmas. Mum and Dad, as I was a child, Mum and Dad always made a big thing of Christmas. So I mean, we don't have like loads of decorations up now. I mean, Mum and Dad are like, Mum's nearly 80, Dad's like nearly more 90. So we don't do all that sort of thing. And we haven't got the room for a tree really or anything. And I don't celebrate it in that way. And I certainly don't celebrate it in a religious way, because I follow, you know, my witch path. But yeah, I don't like all the, like I said, didn't do parties. I don't, all that stuff doesn't. I think me and Mum are just children, and we just like presents, you know. We both of us like presents, but we love buying as well. So it's like, and then like she, you know, she's like, well, how many presents you bought me? And it's like, quite a lot. Or I need to buy you more. And then it's like, well, if you buy me more, I've got to buy you more. And oh, it's ridiculous. But we have fun, and it is like our family tradition. So it's like, you know, it's part of my ancestry, you know, it's part of who I am. So it's always been lovely. So yeah, but I said I was going to go, and we're now 30 minutes. I'm going to go. I've got on to Christmas now. So I may come on and say happy holidays. That's what I was saying, wasn't it? And I don't know if I'll have another video about stuff, or I may just, you know, leave it till the new year and then start off again, and hopefully do more than I did last year. But I'm glad I set up the channel, and I haven't got like hundreds of subscribers. So anyone that wants to subscribe, that's lovely. But I will be doing more. I'll be doing like little rituals and, you know, stuff with the witchy path, more with the runes, and that sort of thing, into next year. So yeah, so love and blessings. If I don't come on again, have happy holidays, happy Christmas, whatever you celebrate. Love to you all. Thank you, everyone that's subscribed, everyone that has, you know, sort of supported me with the channel this year. I really appreciate it, because I've ummed and ahmed for years and years about doing a YouTube channel. And hopefully I can get better at it, and yeah, take it further, and looking forward to that. So love and blessings, and see you all in the next one. Bye.